Hi everyone, welcome back to Guitar Immerse YouTube channel. Alright, today we're going to continue on with the Quad Cortex series. Okay, so in the previous video we did a Can Quad Cortex Do Ambient video, right? So we received quite a lot of good feedback that they enjoyed the tones. Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to do a full rundown of the patch that we have created. And this patch, we have been using this not only for recordings but also for playing in church as well. So when I serve, basically this is the patch that I'll be using. Of course, there will be certain things that will be tweaked a little bit based on the song requirements, but this is the general patch that I've been using for the past 3-4 months. Okay, so so just a quick rundown of the patch itself. Okay, it's going to a compressor. Okay, I think it's a dual com, and then there are a few drives along the way, right? Before the drive, of course, there is a octave patch as well, and then it goes into 3 drives. I have the Vemurum Gen Ray, which is stock on the Quad Cortex. Then I have 2 captures. One is the Protein Blue, okay, Protein Amplification Blue side. And then I have the capture of the Not Van Gravity of the A side. Okay, so the Protein Blue is taken from someone else's capture. The Not Van Gravity is something that we captured on our own. All right, and then it moves into a capture of a Benson Chimera M. Okay, so just to clarify a little bit on this point, okay, now this capture is, I'm basically capturing the HX Storm version, okay, which is done by Worship Tutorial. So Worship Tutorial basically created a Benson Chimera tone matching IR and the presets. Okay, so basically what I did was I just left the M model on and the Worship Tutorials IR, and I added the EQ block at the back, which fits the guitar a little bit better. And then what I did was I used the Quad Cortex to kind of capture these 3 items into the Quad Cortex. Okay, so that it's what I'm comfortable and what I'm enjoying hearing from the HX Storm. I'm just basically porting that over into the Quad Cortex. Okay, of course, if you ask me whether is there any stock presets that can replicate this sound, I believe so, but I just got to spend a little bit more time figuring that out, which probably I don't really have, right? So I just did a quick capture and just put it in so that I can get the tones that I need. Okay, and then after that is going to EQ block on the Quad Cortex. Basically, I'm just removing some of the low end, the high ends, and adding a little bit more mids because this body is a semi-hollow guitar. Okay, so I'm just pushing the mids a little bit more. So if you don't really enjoy so much mids, you can actually knock off the EQ block. Okay, and then it goes into chorus. It goes into a gain block, which is controlled by the volume pedal, and then it goes into 2 delays: the digital delay, tape delay first, and then digital delay. The tape delay is set to quarter, and the digital delay is set to dotted 8. Goes into a split path of 2 reverbs, tremolo, and finally into a looper if you need to have some fun looping your stuff. Okay, so in the previous video I already did a rundown of the ambient side of this patch, which is on Scene. I keep saying snapshot because I'm so comfortable with the HX Storm, so I got to change, right? So this is Scene. So Scene H is basically all the ambient stuff which we have already covered. Okay, so just to play a little bit of the ambient stuff, so this is what you generally get. Okay, so if you want to see how I use the ambient a little bit more, you can head to the other video which we did previously. Okay, so I'm going to run on the other stuff right now. Okay, so on scene A, I've made it to be kind of like a breakup kind of a tone with the protein blue turn on and a quarter delay. So the top three A, B, C are basically on quarter delays, and I'm increasing the drive, the stage drive, okay, every time you step up the scene. So this is scene A. Alright, that's scene A. So a more of the breakup territory type of sound. You can slow down the delay. Okay, I'm just putting it fast now. Okay, so it doesn't cloud. So let's move on to scene B. Okay, scene B, I'll kick on the genre to thicken things up, right? So your lead line becomes thicker. Okay, good kind of rhythmic kind of tone for your worship songs. If you go to the neck pickup, you can do some beautiful creamy type of lead lines as well. Okay, not too overwhelming, just a bit more like the second stage kind of feel. Okay, you heard it when I changed the tap tempo. You hear the wobbly sound, so I hope that's something that Quad Cortex will address in the next update. Okay, so let's go to snapshot scene C now. Okay, so this is a little bit more I basically turn off the protein blue and I kick on the Not Van Gravity A side with a slight bit more reverb, so it's okay, you can do like a thicker rhythm or even a thicker lead line, right? Alright, so that's scene C, okay, a slightly thicker drive and also thicker in tone with a bit more reverb and delay. Okay, so now moving on to scene D now. Now D is, I've set it to clean, okay, so no drives on, but this time around I've kicked on a dual delay, so both delays is happening at the same time. So it's good for your galloping kind of sound. Okay, so that is a double delay. Okay, so of course you still can go to the storm mode and add in drives and stuff like that, but this is a general idea I have. Now E, F and G right now it's going to be all based off dotted eights. Okay, so a little bit more reverb, a bit more pushy kind of sound. So E is just like scene B, but with dotted eights. Okay, so let's hear what it sounds like. Okay, scene F, it's similar as scene C, but we've dotted it. So some of you saw the lion cover as well, right? So the lion cover basically it's using a lot of this scene F, right, where we attack the power chords like this. Okay, so those tones that you hear in the cover is a lot of scene F and also scene G. Now in scene G, what I did was I kicked on the octave, the M, not M order, but the sound itself, octaver sound. Okay, so just give me a little bit thicker kind of tone as compared to the previous sound. So scene F is like this. Alright, so that's scene G where we kick on the octave sound. I purposely set it to be quite minimal, so you don't really hear a lot of it, but it's there. It's just there to thicken the tone up a little bit. Alright, so I've done a quick run through of all the different sounds, or rather the scenes that I've set up, okay, on this patch. But there are another mode called the storm mode, right? So in the storm mode, you basically can go in and activate certain things, right? So there are two things that's available, which I not really touch on, which is the chorus and the tremolo. Okay, so you can basically access the storm mode and then activate those sounds if required, because these two sounds are not really used so often, so I've not done it on the scene mode. Okay, so there's a flexibility there. Really enjoying the Quad Cortex, right? It's such a small size, so very easy to move around with the board, and yet you can get great tones. And if you like certain tones from some other places, you can just capture them, and it's all in the Quad Cortex. Alright, so if you enjoy this kind of video, do give us a good thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for the latest videos. Okay, if any things you like us to do on the Quad Cortex, just drop in the comments below. What I'll do is I will be uploading this patch onto the cloud, so all of you who are eagerly waiting, this patch is going up. Alright, so take care, God bless, I will see you real soon. Okay, bye-bye.